you start off anticipating the need for 30 credits, so that's roughly about 10 credits per trading period. Okay. But that'll change a bit. Okay? Okay. The governments are kind of in an interesting situation, but it very much represents what happens in the European Union. Okay? Ultimately, it's the governments who are responsible for meeting the obligations of their country to the EU. It's not the individual companies. So what the governments need to do in practice and in this game is look at how the emissions are changing over the course of the year and look at how their industry is responding and make sure that by the end of the year their country or your table is going to have enough credits to meet all of the emissions that are happening in the country. Now, to do that, they rely primarily on the private sector to purchase the credits they need, but they'll also go out and buy credits when the price is low or they see a risk of coming up short. They'll go out and buy credits. Now, the thing is, they're not traders, so they don't go around trying to trade these things to make money. And while they can buy credits from the market, that is the carbon funds and the utilities, etc., they only sell to other governments. Okay? So if you were a country, let's just say Spain, and you realize, uh-oh, we're not going to have enough credits, you can go over to the next country, Germany, the government person can, and buy some of their credits, bring it back over. So when you reach the end of the year, you have enough. Okay?
I have a question to do with that.
Yeah?
So if a government decides to go and buy some credits because they think the table's not going to have enough, do they just give them to people, or they just hang on to them?
No, you hang on to them.
They hang on
because ultimately there's a lot of mechanisms which I'm just going to completely ignore and not even talk about, but ultimately they have to show the European Commission that they have enough, and they'll keep on to us. Yeah. Well, what happens then is they may go and fine the companies who don't meet their obligations. So, okay. So what we need to do now is and it'd be helpful if we could have somebody just come sit over here for at least the game, so these guys can have a relatively full table. But each table needs to basically decide which country they are, and decide who wants to be. We'll need one government person. We'll need 3 carbon funds, and the rest will be industry people. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and create 8 people per table. Okay, and we're going to have 4 countries, and some people will work as a team. Okay. Would you mind coming over to this table? Actually, no. Why don't we take people here? Would you mind coming over to this table? Just for the games. That makes 8. Spain. Okay. So you got Spain. What country do you want to be? France. What? Okay. You want to be government? Okay. Which country? We've got Spain, France, Italy. France, Greece. Greece has lots of money. Okay.
So we only can sell.
Greece. Oh my God.
Greece. This is Italy. These guys are Italy.
No, we can sell.
But you got to remember what the
We don't need to buy.
Now, okay. Can I have your attention, please? Okay. Sorry. Okay. Excuse me. Thank you. Okay. So, every table needs one government person. It might be has to be good with numbers, I think. Government person has to be good with numbers. Yeah. One government person, 3 carbon funds, and 2 from utilities, 2 from oil and gas. Okay. 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 Huh? 2 from oil and gas, 2 from utilities. Yeah. And the government, do you have your tags? Okay. If it helps, or maybe you can just even put a sheet, okay? You just, I was envisioning like just a black code, but maybe the thing to do is to take one of these. And just write down who you are. Okay? Okay? Maybe like that. Okay?
So your carbon, your government, and oil and gas.
Yeah, I don't know. Have you decided regularly? Yeah,
You're brave.
I don't know if anything I need to be.
the government? No, not really. It's completely unregulated. All right. Then, everyone?
Or you're going to put up on the thing like this. Okay.
If you could just take one of these and write down who you are. You know. Take one of these and write down who you are. Okay, fold it like that. I'm a carbon fund. I'm, you know, what have you. Okay. All right.
I'm going to be. You are what? Utility? Oil and gas. No, we follow it as the maximum street. Oil and gas. Oh, you're a fund. You're a fund manager. All right. Who else is a fund manager? Okay, fine. No problem. The price what? I have
Price is 74.
no matter. Cash in.
The carbon market is quite sensitive to the news and to the perception of the investors. Of course, it's quite linked to the value of the energy price is quite connected. NOAA like to try to emulate the position of the different industrials in Europe in order to commit with the target. The ones that has the target are the governments. So the governments split the obligation with the different sectors. They are going and there are some mechanisms called the national allocation plan.